Good evening, graduates, faculty, families, and friends. Please rise and join me in honoring America with the playing of the national anthem. It is with great pleasure and a sense of pride that I stand before you today to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2025. On behalf of the entire faculty and staff of the West Branch Rose City Area Schools and the Board of Education, I would like to extend our congratulations and best wishes to each and every one of you. Graduation is a significant milestone in your lives. It's the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. It marks the end of one chapter of your life and the beginning of another. As you move on to the next phase of your journey, I want you to remember the lessons you have learned during your time here. The lessons of discipline, commitment, and responsibility. The lessons of teamwork, collaboration, and respect. These are the qualities that have brought you to this moment, and they will be the keys to your future success. As you go forth, I encourage you to follow your passions, take risks, and embrace challenges. Life is full of opportunities, and it is up to you to seize them. Remember that success is not final, and failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. I would like to take a moment to thank the family and friends who have supported you throughout your academic journey. Your love, guidance, and encouragement have been essential in helping all of our graduates reach this milestone. Graduates, let's give your family and friends a big round of applause. Finally, I want to say to our graduates that we are so proud of you. Please come back and visit us. You are not just students, you are family, and we look forward to hearing about your future achievements. You have forever cheerleaders at Ogemaw Heights. Now let's continue the celebration with a speech from our salutatorian, Lucas Switnowski. Lucas is the son of Chris and Alicia Graham. Lucas will be attending Princeton University to study psychology on a pre-med track. Lucas's high school activities include theater, Thespian Society, National Honor Society, book club founder, bridge crew leader, SAT tutoring, and peer tutoring. Lucas.
Good evening. First, I'd like to say I did not rehearse this, so just bear with me if I make any mistakes. First of all, I would like to thank my mom, my dad, and my family that has helped me to get to where I am today. If not for the support of my family, I don't think I could have done much of what I have accomplished in these last 4 years. I would also like to thank my girlfriend, Sadie. She has supported me greatly in these last 2 years that I've been with her. And I'd like to give a special thanks to my best friend, Gavin Ratliff. Oh my gosh. Who has helped me greatly in these last 4 years. Also, congratulations to him. He just got into University of Michigan, accepted today. Next, I would like to thank all of the teachers and the staff here. You have made this high school a welcoming and engaging place and have served as the foundation for countless students who have learned both academic and lifelong lessons from the time that we've spent here. It is an honor to be standing here today, and getting here has been a great challenge, which is why I am extremely grateful for all the support that I have been given. I have long been wishing for graduation to come faster this year, but if I'm being honest, it feels kind of bittersweet for it to be coming to an end. I'm going to miss spending time in high school with all of my friends and even the teachers who I've built relationships with over the years, and I sincerely wish the best for the preceding classes in the years to come. Now, I would like to turn my attention to the graduating class of 2025. You have all been an amazing group of people who I have enjoyed interacting with and learning from. Myself and all of you here today have made lifelong friendships, and I will continue to cherish all of my experiences with all of you. Wherever it be, the conversations over school, work, or messing around when we're supposed to be doing schoolwork, I am grateful for all the times that we've shared and hope that what we have learned and experienced with one another in these high school years will follow us into the rest of our lives, wherever our lives will take us. Though we leave today to lead very different lives, we'll always share one thing. We will forever be graduates of Ogemaw Heights. When I look out to this crowd, I see people built on hard work and determination. People who have spent 12 years striving towards this moment, and that is something that we should all be proud of. Today, we celebrate our accomplishments. We see how far we have come. But perhaps most importantly, we look into ourselves and recognize that this is not just an end to a long and difficult period of our lives. It is the beginning to the great things yet to come of us. Today, I see people who will start their careers and contribute to their respective fields. I see people who will pledge their lives to defending the well-being of our country. I see people who will further their education in college in pursuit of mastering what they truly believe is their lifelong calling. I see those who will step up as leaders and take charge in their communities. And I see the next generation of those who will make this world a better place in whatever they do and wherever they go. It is my hope that each of us here today are able to lead our own lives and do whatever it is that truly fulfills us. And in that light, I would like to conclude with a quote that I believe applies to everyone gathered here today. This quote is from Jim Carrey. "You can fail at what you don't want to do, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love." Thank you all, and congratulations to the class of 2025.
Thank you, Lucas. It is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian, Adrienne Walby. Adrienne is the daughter of Dave and Patty Walby. Adrienne will be attending Brown University, where she will pursue a career in biomedical engineering. Adrienne's high school activities include Health Occupations Students of America, Gift of Life Coordinator, Treasurer for the National Honor Society, Treasurer for Youth Advisory Council, varsity basketball, varsity softball, varsity track and field, captain of the Knowledge Bowl team, varsity golf, varsity swim and dive, robotics, jazz band, and empowerment club. Adrienne.
I, like everyone else, would like to begin my speech by thanking my family. I want to thank my mom for keeping me as organized as possible, which if you know me, you know that it's saying a lot. I want to thank my dad for always being there to remind me that not everything has to go exactly according to plan to work out in the end. I would also like to thank my older siblings for being the reason I'm so competitive while also being some of my biggest supporters. Finally, I have to thank my friends. Without the study dates, spontaneous trips to Walmart, or countless sleepovers, high school would have been the most boring place on earth. I have wanted to be valedictorian ever since my older brother was when he graduated. Even though he always told me that being valedictorian was stupid and meaningless, I couldn't help but want to be a little bit more like him. Now that I am valedictorian and I made 13-year-old me's dreams come true, I can confirm that being valedictorian is pretty stupid and meaningless. I'm not any more put together or ready for the next step in my life than any other person who is graduating with me this year. Really, the only thing that I can think to say is to put yourself out there and do the thing you might get embarrassed by. Either you don't do it and you regret not doing it, or you do it and you regret doing it. Either way, you're gonna have regret, but one usually has a fun story that you can tell. I've done countless things that I was worried about doing because I thought it was embarrassing, like painting my entire face and a majority of my body a different color for home football games. And I can say with full confidence that the one game I didn't do it, I regretted it much more than any game where I did. We are all going into a very different part of our lives, with new places and new people. And what you should take with you is not this speech, because it'd be kind of weird for you to remember this after a month or two max. But the mentality that regret is usually inevitable, so you should probably have some fun before it kicks in.
Thank you, Adrian. At this time, can I please have all senior band members join the band? For their last performance as a member of the Ogemaw Heights Symphonic Band, the seniors have chosen to perform Celebration in Song by Robert Sheldon. Thank you, Mr. Anderson and band members. Please help me welcome Ms. Kristen Wangler, who was chosen by the seniors to be their class speaker.
A little bit short. Graduation day, we're here. Before I say anything else, I want to take a second to thank you guys for asking me to be up here today. It's such an honor, and I am utterly terrified, so bear with me. I've known many of you since middle school, and I could spend the next, 10 minutes saying embarrassing stories about all of you. But I'm not. We're going to be nice. So I struggled with trying to figure out what I wanted to say in this speech. How do you sum up what this moment means to all of you? Closing of a chapter, starting something new. How do you put into words how proud we are of all of you, or just how much we're going to miss seeing your faces? I was eating lunch with a friend about a month ago, and I was like, what should I say? What do I talk about? And he's like, why don't you just talk about what you wish you knew when you were 18? Brilliant. Here comes the wind. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about what I wish I knew when I was 18 years old. How much time do I have, Principal Ziegler? Not a lot. Oh, not a lot. Okay, so we'll be fast. Just kidding. First thing, you don't have to have it all figured out right now. I know the pressure you're feeling, like you have to have your entire life figured out by the age of 18. It seems like everybody asks you the same question. What are you doing after high school? And maybe you have it figured out, and maybe you don't, and that's okay. You're not behind. Heck, most of us adults are still trying to figure our lives out. And the truth is, life is fluid. Nothing is set in stone. People change, plans change, and you're allowed to change too, and that's okay. When I was 18, I had to write a letter in Mrs. Rose's English class to my, 23-year-old self. I had all these ideas, expectations. I thought I would be graduated from college, had this great job, making all this money, all the things. And I remember opening my letter at the age of 23 and feeling defeated. I didn't accomplish a single thing on that letter, not one. I felt like a failure. Yeah, I might not have accomplished any of those things, but what that letter didn't capture was how much I've grown in those 5 years. Sure, I changed my major 5 or 6 times. Yeah, it took me 8 years to get a bachelor's degree. 8, not a master's, not a doctorate, a bachelor's. But you know what? I don't advise that, by the way. But looking back, those years weren't wasted. I made memories. I formed friendships that I still have today. I discovered what I was passionate about, what I was driven, and how resilient I was. My path definitely wasn't straight. I had twists and turns and obstacles, but you know what? It was mine. Which brings me to this. There is no rule book in life. As much as we wish there was some sort of guide to tell you when to move out, what career to choose, who to be with, who not to be with, there isn't one. And even if there was a magical DIY book on life, it wouldn't be for you. Because you're not here to live someone else's version of what your life should look like. And I'm going to say that again. You are not here to live for someone else. This is your life. So don't be thank you. It's very kind. So don't be afraid to create a life that's entirely unique to you, even if it looks nothing like what you imagined or what you planned when you were 18 or what others expect. Second thing I wish when I knew when I was 18 is don't be so hard on yourself. You have your own expectations, I get it, of what you want to do and what you want your life to look like. And I've watched you guys, so many of you guys in math class, doubt yourselves, question, did I do this right? I suck at math. I'm awful. No, you're not. I get it, though, because I spent a good part of my life not recognizing my own strengths. I underestimated what I brought to the table. You know, when I was younger, I focused so much on what I looked like or what people thought of me. I judged myself for not fitting into a mold, that I was never meant to fit in. I was my own worst critic. But you know what I've learned, often the hard way, is that you're judging yourself way more than anyone else ever is. Your value does not come from your appearance or even really your accomplishments or how well you fit into society's expectations of what you should be doing. Your value comes for who you are when no one's watching, your heart, your effort, the way you show up for people you love, and how you own up to your actions when, you know what, you messed up. And the last thing I want to say is get out of your comfort zone. That's probably the most important. Think back to a time that you did something that scared the crap out of you. Maybe it was something as simple as raising your hand in a math class that you guys loved. Just kidding. Or maybe it was auditioning for a part, trying out for a team, applying for a job. Or maybe being vulnerable to let someone see the real you. Maybe it was standing up for yourself, or maybe someone else, when it would have been a lot easier just to stay quiet. Whether you realized it or not, the moment that you stepped out of your comfort zone, it changed you, it helped you grow. Fear is a scary thing. Fear can steal your joy, it can cripple you. But you know what? Most of the time, fear means that you're on the edge of something meaningful in your life. Some of the best things in my life happened because I took a risk, because I didn't play it safe. Have I fallen on my face? Absolutely. Many, many times. But you know what? I've made some great choices, and I've made some choices that have taught me a lot. And honestly, I hope you guys fall on your faces. And I hope you mess up. I hope you learn, and I hope you get back up every single time. Because you know what? Those moments will teach you more than any textbook ever could. Well, you know what? I can't go back to tell my 18-year-old self these things, but I hope you know that you guys are doing just fine. You're gonna be fine. I hope that you trust yourself and your intuition, and just know that you're not always gonna have the answers, but you'll figure it out. Class of 2025, I'm gonna miss you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wangler. Could I please have the senior members of the choir join the choir? For their final performance, the senior choir members have chosen A Whole New World, arranged by Alan Menken and Tim Rice. Thank you, Mrs. Magoon and choir members. At this time, please allow me to introduce Mrs. Gail Huey, Superintendent for the West Branch Rose City Area Schools. Mrs. Huey will officially present this year's graduating class to the Board of Education.
Thank you, Ms. Ziegler, and good evening. How many of you remember where you were 12 years ago in 2013? About this time, I was in front of many of these students. They were a little smaller, the chairs were shorter, but we were having kindergarten graduation. You see, I had the unique honor of welcoming most of our current graduates to our district so many years ago to Sirline Elementary School, as did Miss Smith to Rose City School. We practiced being safe, kind, and ready at Sirline, and responsible, caring, and safe at Rose City. With those words and actions firmly practiced, you moved on to the middle school with Mrs. Tuttle, merging our communities to become one group, the Falcons. At last, you made it to Ogemaw Heights High School with confidence, and were joined by even more friends from other schools and even other countries. We have watched you grow, learn, and develop into amazing young adults. You are about to journey forth from here to share your skills and talents with the world, and we couldn't be prouder. Congratulations, students. Congratulations also to parents, families, and friends here tonight, and those who could not make it to our celebration but hold our graduates in their hearts. It is your partnership with us that makes this night possible. Thank you. Thank you to our administrators, teachers, and staff for their hard work and dedication to our students. Countless hours of work and planning go on beyond the scenes. The preparation for each lesson and each event may seem to go unnoticed, but we recognize those efforts here in our graduates tonight. Thank you, staff. On behalf of the staff, students, we continue to wish you nothing but the best in your very bright futures. And now, students, please rise. As the superintendent of the West Branch Rose City Area Schools, I accept Ms. Ziegler's affirmation that the students before us have successfully completed all the requirements set forth by the Board of Education. I now present to our school board the Ogemaw Heights High School class of 2025 for the presentation of diplomas. Thank you.
You may be seated. Thank you, Mrs. Huey. Next up is the moment we've all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas. As the class of 2025 prepares to take their next steps, it's only fitting that we recognize a very special member of their journey, our beloved therapy dog, Timber. Timber joined Ogemaw Heights the same year this class began their high school experience, offering comfort, joy, and unconditional support every step of the way. In honor of his 4 years of dedicated service and companionship, we are proud to present Timber with an honorary diploma as an official graduate of the class of 2025. Congratulations, Timber. You've certainly earned it. Here to assist us with the presentation of the graduates is Mrs. Hofer. Seniors in the first row, please rise. You're gonna have to hang up to that.
Adrian Elizabeth Walby. Aaliyah Eileen Dancer. Lucas Talon Swetnowski. Gavin Timothy Richard Cole Ratliff. Natalie Mae Schaefer. Marissa Catherine Monroe. Ava Ellen Ray Stinson. Isabel Jean Hamilton. Hannah Anne Marie White. Mackenzie Joyce White. Janice Rose Christine Lavdar. Nick Ivan River Gorman. Annabelle Rose Marie Leathorn. Kenzie Marie Crevier. Joshua Fox Sikorsky. Sullivan Eric Kane. Malachi Brian Rock. Ronan Michael Bridey. Raina Marie Illig. Isaac Eugene Dings. Aiden Matthew Bilbrey. Henry David Hartfield. Tate Allen Bertassi. Cadence Abigail Wells. Lillian Rose Michalski. Reese Evelyn Brewer. Mia Grace LaBallister. Taylin Paige Collins. Landon Andrew DeShano. Colton Joseph Pfeiffer. Taylor Michelle Wangler. Brooklyn Nicole Wangler. Caden John Wangler. Connor Mitchell McDaniel. Landon Lee Zuttel. Morgan Kelly Morrison. Charlie Raylyn Valley. Madison Page Shortridge. Madison June Simons. Natalie Marie Dowell. Gavin Wesley Hiller. Philip Richard Wangler. Allie Marie Ward. Callie Marie Brinley. Isabella Grace Morris. Olivia Sue Nelson. Robert Edward Hock. Brant William Provost. Rachel Lynn Gillette. Natalie Elise Summerfield. Charlie D. Glaser. Addison K. Cardis. Xander Isaac Karbowski. Nolan Joseph Hines. Michael Ian Sulfridge. Jack Jeffrey Marrow. Dakota Allen Wilson. Charlize Lily Searfoss. Justin Robert Leslie. Mason Alexander Rose Buzzard. Douglas Paul Sense. Connor Philip Bettleton. Jasmine Louise Botkins. Ayana Rose Gibson. Kennedy Ray Bowman. Brooklyn Kelly Cordova. Mallory Ann Douglas. Matthew Scott Spencer. Marley Michael Mathewson. Josiah Xavier Chapa. Phoenix Taylor Martin. Jesse Joseph Gusler. Dustin Harold Howard Jones. Bradley Scott Wade. Haley Rose Parliament. Mallory Lynn Miller. Kirsten Jude Shipman. Alexia Jacqueline Rose Salyers. Caitlin Jean Webster. Sarah Marie Martin. Morgan Amethyst Miller. Journey Lynn Ingleson. Brock Mitchell Such. Michael Graves Perez. Casey Maurice Likovic. Mason Allen Briggs. Elizabeth Ann Ruff. Ella Rose Blanchard. Anthony Michael Poe. Hyde Alexander Eimers. Kathy Marie Durden. Madison Catherine Ann Marth. Carl Allen Wright III. Anika Sativa May Qualls. William Ephraim Scott. James Robert Cray. Cy Vellum. Robert James Haddis. Davian Patrick Downey. Terry James Adams. Angel Louise Potter. Aiden Michael LaRose. Luke Alton Williams. Logan Ryan France. Aaron Eugene Krasinski. Harley Chase Huey. Mackay Robert Dallas. Josiah Michael Devine. Grayson Charles Brinley. Lydia Rose Johnston. Megan Jo Belanger. Olivia Grace Noble Myers. Emma Jane Marie Cummings. Isabella Avea MacArthur Vincent. Brianna May Hagedone. Emily Jean Liebler. Emily K. Holton. Lucius Angelus Zimmer. Emma K. McDonald. Chloe Lynn Trombley. Summer Gwyneth Sappington. Alexis Jolie Stamper. Kira Keeler Skakel. Lisa Marie Rossdeutscher. Leah Madison Sohaki. Lara Sophia Knoop. Margaret Irene McNamara. Carter Allen McCluskey. Cale Joseph Kaiser. Kyler Kenneth Wiesand. Kalik Sky Weaver. Hannah Mariah Beeler. Joseph James Bach. Nathaniel James Reeves. And Aiden Michael Annis.
As I thought about what I could possibly say in closing to you on such an important night, my mind kept returning to a question we've all asked you countless times over the years. What do you want to be when you grow up? It's a question we've all answered at some point. Doctor, lawyer, teacher. And while that question still matters, I've come to believe there's a better one that digs a little deeper. Who do you want to be when you grow up? Because yes, your careers will matter. Your goals, your titles, your achievements, they'll all be a part of your story. But the core of that story, the part people remember long after job titles fade, is who you are. Your character, your kindness, your integrity. That's what truly defines success. Think about the people you admire most. Maybe it's your mom, a coach, a classmate, a teacher. Chances are it's not just because of what they've done, it's because of who they are. Because they listen, because they care, because they show up even when it's hard. That's the kind of impact that lasts. In the world you're heading into, it's going to be easy, too easy, to measure yourself by numbers. Your GPA, your salary, your followers, your likes. But I challenge you to look beyond that. Ask yourself instead, am I kind even when no one's watching? Am I honest and true to myself? Am I lifting others up, not just looking out for myself? Am I choosing courage over comfort? Am I leaving things a little better than I found them? Over these last 4 years, I've had the privilege of watching you become more than just students. I've seen you cheer each other on during big wins and quietly support each other through hard times. I've watched you speak up for what you believe in. I've seen you care deeply, laugh loudly, work hard, and grow in ways that test scores will never fully reflect. You already are the kind of people this world needs. People who lead with heart, who include others, who know that strength comes from empathy, not ego. As you step into the next chapter of your story, I hope you keep dreaming big. Absolutely go after your goals, but just as importantly, dream about the kind of human being you want to be along the way. At the end of the day, people might not recall your accomplishments or job titles, but they'll always remember how you treated them. Strive to be someone who helps others feel valued, understood, and cared for. Class of 2025, we are so incredibly proud of you, not just for what you've done, but for who you are. Be bold, be kind, be curious, and always, always be true to yourself. Congratulations, the world is better because you're in it, and I can't wait to see where you go from here. Okay. Graduates, please rise. At this time, I would like to invite the valedictorian and salutatorian back up to the stage to lead their classmates in the turning of the tassels, which symbolizes the completion of their high school journey. Adrian, Lucas, whenever you're ready. It is my pleasure to present to you the Ogemaw County Heights High School graduating class of 2025.